Yes.
Yes, please.
Yeah. Good morning to the presiding officers, Toastmasters of the day, fellow Toastmaster, and all the dear guests. Welcome to the joint meeting of Kolhapur Toastmasters Club and Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. For KTMC, it is 45th meeting, and for TMCP NW, it is 373rd meeting. I am TM Shama Kulali, the Sergeant at Arms for today's meeting. I am a professor by profession, and my hobbies are speed reading, memory dynamics, and studying about life skills. Let me first read out the mission of Toastmasters Club. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in a greater confidence and personal growth. Let me explain some basic rules of the meeting. 1. Please turn off the cell phones or set them on silent mode if you're not using it to join the call. Please mute your microphone unless instructed by the TMOD. Please keep your video on unless you have the issue with bandwidth. Microphone and video options are in the bottom left corner of Zoom window. Do not share your screens unless it is instructed by TMOD. Kindly refrain from movements that distract the speaker. In case you need to move, please turn off the video in advance. You can use the emojis or thumbs up and claps to react throughout the meeting. Example, during transfer of control in the use of WOD and POD. Emojis and thumbs up are in the below panel. Let us understand the naming convention. All the role players are requested to rename as role _ their name. Other Toastmasters are requested to rename as club name _ their name. The guests are requested to rename as guest and _ their name. For role players and especially for speakers, it is advised to pin the timer window so that they can see the timer throughout the meeting. When you begin speaking, the correct protocol is to have to greet in the manner. Good morning, Madam President, Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and dear guest. Maintain a broad smile throughout the reading. Now let me begin the round of introduction of the guest, which is just limited to 15 seconds. Just tell your name and profession. And the audience, please hold the applause till the end. Do not clap for each one. Instead, we will applaud for all the speaker at one go after all of them have introduced themselves. So let me go to the guests.
We have guest Adish. Adish, would you like to introduce yourself?
Yeah, please.
Yeah, hello. Good morning, everyone. Myself Adish, pursuing MBA right now from IBS Pune, and I'll be doing MBA, and then I'll be having a job.
Okay. Next, MM Sheikh. Okay, I don't think he's there. Deepak Kukade. Okay.
I'm sorry, I was not able to unmute myself. Am I audible?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Great.
Just tell your name and profession.
Sure. Good morning. My name is Deepak Kukare, and this is the second meeting I'm attending with Toastmasters Club. And my profession is I am a trainer by profession.
Thank you. Over to MM Sheikh. Are you there?
Yeah, I'm facing some network issues.
Okay. Karan, who else is there? I'm not able to. Okay.
No, we are done with the guest.
We are done. Okay. So a big round of applause to all those who have come, introduce themselves. Now, I hand over to President TMCP NW DTM Meenal. By profession, she is a content strategy and future market insights. Her hobbies are reading, cycling, playing the keyboard, harmonium, composing poems, dance, and graduate in Bharatanatyam. Wonderful. Handicrafts. Over to you, Mayuri.
Thanks, Sajat at Arms, Dr. Kshama, for that wonderful introduction. Now, coming to our joint meeting for the day. It's on scoreboard. It's 46 for Kolhapur Toastmasters and 373 for TMCP Northwest. Isn't this combination a magic? 3-digit and 2-digit comes to 5-digit. And the number 5 has always been auspicious, even in our scriptures over there. We say in a Pancha Mahabhut, the 5 elements of nature. We would say the 5 Pandavas of Mahabharata. All of them do create a magic. The 5 elements do create a magic because we all are made from them. And the 5 Pandavas alone could defeat the mighty Kauravas, in spite of they being 100 and these people being 5. That is what magic. But the driving force behind this magic is the power of dedication, the power of truth, and the power of zeal, and the power of, above all, unity. When you work towards a common goal, at the end of the day, you get a realistic magic. Isn't this paradoxical? Realistic magic. Because something unthinkable has happened, but it's on a positive note. And that's what we all are here for as a joint meeting of TMCP Northwest and the Kolhapur Toastmasters Club. I would like to issue my sincere thanks on the behalf of TMCP Northwest to the Kolhapur Club for making this joint meeting a reality. And this is what the real magic all about. We will be getting to learn diverse things from various people out here, something that we have never explored before from your arena, and something that even you will get to see from our arena. So, with a warm welcome, I hand over the control again to the Sergeant at Arms. Over to you, Dr. Kshama.
Okay, I think it's time for me to take it over. Thank you so much, distinguished Toastmaster Minal, for such an amazing address. I was thinking, how should I start the meeting? What should be my opening quote or something? So I believe the opening quote should be, there is more magic in words than in action. So thank you so much for giving such an amazing address to me. Now, why this theme? Why magic? There are many things that we can talk about, and how magic is related to the Toastmasters. Throughout this Toastmaster of the Day journey, I will be explaining why I believe magic is also important for Toastmasters and how magic has evolved throughout the time. So let me start by sharing my screen. Just do let me know if it is visible. Let me share it again. I forgot to, yeah, so is it visible? Can anyone confirm?
It's blank actually.
Black, it's all black.
Yeah, that means it is visible, obviously. How can you all fail for this magic trick? So, the history of magic. When we say history, means it should have been there should have been a start. So the first magic trick was done in front of the pharaohs, the Egyptian pharaohs, maybe in the year 2050 before Christ era. Now there are no actual proof of it, but after 250 years of it, there was something that we can hop into or see into, and that was the first magic trick which was done. So can anybody guess which was the first magic trick that was ever done by any magician? Any guesses? We all have seen that trick. It's pretty easy one. Any guesses?
Pigeon coming out from the hat.
Slightly close. The first magic trick which was done in the history was the cups and balls magic. We use 3 cups and 3 balls. Now, the actual proof, if you want to see, you have to visit to the Egyptian caves or the pyramids, and over there you could see some sculpture or some drawings where man are sitting and they are performing the cups and ball magic trick. And was not able to go over there, but I could actually found one video of Penn and Teller going over there and seeing it. So let's see how that trick was actually done.
We don't know really whether that painting up there is indeed the cups and balls, but we do know that cups and balls is done throughout the world and has been done as far as we know forever. And this is our version of it that just uses 3 plastic cups and uses 3, in our case, aluminum foil balls. Simple props, simple moves. It's done like this. Watch carefully. Takes the ball, places it in his hand, vanishes it, and it appears underneath the cup. Second ball, places it in his hand, and it appears once again underneath the cup. It's a pretty simple plot. Takes the ball, places it in his hand, places it underneath the cup, and then it appears underneath the cup. Magically. Okay, 3 cups, 3 balls. You take the center ball, place it underneath the center cup. Each of the side balls, put them away. And then underneath the center cup, there is a 3-ball party. 3 balls underneath the cups. And then, little magic move, there's 1 more under the center cup, 1 more under either side, and of course, a potato for the finish. Is there a potato drawn up there at all? Now that's the way it would have been done 4,000 years ago. We would hope that would amuse and amaze them, but it wouldn't shock them at all. We wanted.
So this was the first cups and ball magic trick, which was performed by Penn and Teller. Now, if you have to look for the answer how they did it, if you go over Google, the explanation that you will get is just put the balls under the cup when nobody is looking. So if your eyes are sharp enough, you may be able to see. Now, throughout the meeting, we will be seeing more of a magic tricks and what is the history behind it. But before that, let me explain the program for today's meeting. Today's meeting is divided into the 2 sections. The first section will consist of 3 prepared speeches, which will be later evaluated by the seasoned Toastmaster. And in the second session, we will be having impromptu speaking session where guests as well as members are encouraged to participate in a 1 or 2 minute of table topic speech, which will be followed by the moment of glory. Now, to conduct that session effectively, we do need some performers. So for that, I would first like to call upon the stage who will be taking care of the timing part of the Toastmaster meeting. Timing is an essential part of the Toastmaster meeting. And to act as a timer, we have Toastmaster Dhaval. Toastmaster Dhaval, over to you.
Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I am Dhaval Shah and I will be playing the role of timer today. As timer, I will time the table topic speakers, formal speeches, and the evaluations. I will also alert each speaker of the time they have left using the green, yellow, and red cards on screen, which denote specific timings remaining. If the speaker is sharing a presentation, I will drop it on the chat box. Prepared speeches should be 5 to 7 minutes in length. At 5 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 6 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. At 7 minutes, I will raise the red card. The individual evaluation should be 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2 minutes and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Table topics speakers should limit the remarks to no more than 2 minutes. At 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1 minute and 30 seconds, I will raise the yellow card. At 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. After raising the red card, after 30 minutes have elapsed, the speaker will be disqualified for the polls. We have polls at the end of 3 speeches and after evaluations for best evaluator, best speaker, and best table topic speaker. Over to you, TM Modi.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Dhaval. Now imagine you are seeing a magician who is doing the trick, but he is not able to handle its card properly. It's throwing here and there. Just like that, in our speech, we try to use some filler words and filler sounds, which can make our speech bit demeaning. So to act as an R counter, we have someone who is a teacher by profession and loves reading books, watching cricket and singing, who is Toastmaster Mohan. Over to you, Toastmaster Mohan.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, TM Chandrashekhar. Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Kshama, Presiding Officer, DTM Minal, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar, fellow Toastmasters and guests. Very good morning to one and all. My role as an R counter for this magical meeting is to note the words and sounds that are used as a crutch or pause filler by anyone who speaks during the meeting. I'm here to listen and report for overused words, including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also count the filler sounds like etc. and repeats a word or phrase such as I, or this means, etc. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the Day, TM Chandrashekhar.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Mohan, for explaining your role. Now, what does a magician do? He tells you that he is going to lie, and then he actually lies to you. And still you are amazed by that. But when we speak, it's important to know how we use the word and how we use our language. To act as a grammarian, we have Toastmaster Madhumita. Toastmaster Madhumita, over to you. Can we have Toastmaster Madhumita on spotlight? Yeah.
Good morning, all. I'll just share my screen once, yeah?
Sure.
Okay. If everyone can read this slide.
Going to eat my friend's family with dinner.
What does it mean?
I don't know. Maybe Kamran Akmal can explain it.
Yeah, something is missing here, right? So that's where I'm here to add the salt and missing salt and the spices to your food, whatever you're going to create today. Yeah. So I'm the grammarian for the day. Okay, I'm going to take a note the good usage or the bad usage of the English, whatever we are going to have in the today's day. Okay, so if you read this, going to eat my friends and family with dinner, it doesn't make sense, right? Unless until we put in a proper sentence. Going to eat with, I'm going to eat dinner with my friends and family. So this makes sense, right? So that is where grammar is important. So grammar, using proper grammar helps you to think logically and distinctly. Yeah, develops effective communication skills. It improves your fluency in the language. That is where it's really important. Yeah, okay. So hereby I'm introducing the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Okay, if you can see the the word of the day is spellbound. Okay, this word was first used in the years 1790 to 1800. Okay, as per the internet, whatever we have found. Okay, so the meaning of this is bound by or as if by a spell, we can say it's fascinated or enchanted. I think we are going to be, fascinated by whatever TM Chandra is going to present today. Yeah, with all the magic he's going to show up today. So I have broken these words into two. Old English, the spell actually means the like story, saying, tale, history, whatever, so that we can understand better. Okay, the spell bound, and bound means fastened. Okay, so if you see this, one second. The examples, if you can see here, I have written up 3 examples. One, the audience can look forward to seeing their favorite speakers with excellent speeches that will leave them spellbound. Yeah, I think you can catch up now. What is it? Next example is like children adore her and sit spellbound as she performs her magic. So TM Chandra, this is for you. We are really going to be spellbounded with the magic you're going to show up today. Okay, one more very interesting and which will actually make these things this word of the day in our brain. Like it's very simple, and we can all relate this to our kids everywhere. Like little grandson whom we both expected to lose interest after about half an hour, sat for full 2 hours and absolutely spellbounded. So now you get the meaning of it. Yeah, thank you. So next is phrase of the day. So the phrase of the day is barking up the wrong tree. If you can see this, the term barking up the wrong tree became common use in the 19th century. Okay, so what is this dog doing? He's trying to find his prey, but it's not maybe it has jumped to another tree or somewhere. So he's barking up on the wrong tree. So the meaning that we use is to look in the wrong place, to make a wrong choice, or take a wrong approach to something. Now I think you got the meaning of it. So I have few examples set up here. Is like it was a very sensitive case, and yet for over 1 year, the investigators kept barking up the wrong tree. Yeah. So another one is on the same line. The police were barking up the wrong tree by trying to prove that person guilty. He was nowhere near the crime scene. I think TM Chandra, you can use this word somewhere in your magic, right? The crime scenes and the magic, everything. So if anyone can try, want to try with the word of the day and the phrase of the day.
I can go with it.
Yes, please.
Okay, so whenever I see Virat Kohli batting, I just spellbound it.
Cool, very nice. Very nice.
Can I try next?
Yes, please.
Yeah. So mine also related to cricket. My sentence is, when Sachin Tendulkar used to play, his game left so many people spellbound in such a way that they stopped looking cricket after he retired. But as I am speaking in a cricket match India, I might be backing up to the wrong tree.
Okay. Yes. Okay. Anyone else?
Yes, I would like to try.
Yes, TM Pradeep. Yeah.
We all are well bound to Toastmaster for improving our public speaking skill.
Okay. Cool. Anyone else?
Can I try? Jitendra here.
Yes, please.
Before joining Toastmasters to improve my public speaking skills, I really believe that before Toastmasters, wherever I went, I was barking up the wrong tree.
Okay, very nice. Good example. I think that's all. We'll take it for today. Yeah, we'll start with the with the continuation of the meeting today. So over to you, TM Chandra.
Thank you so much, grammarian Toastmaster Madhumita. I see Toastmaster Nitin is raising his hand, so I would like to hear the word of the day usage from him. Over to you, Toastmaster Nitin.
No, Chandrashekhar, I'm just looking forward to being spellbound by my fellow speakers today.
Great. Now we will have 2 more role players, which I will introduce in the later part of the meeting. But to evaluate all those, there will be someone who will be looking at each and everything really, really carefully, just to find out what was the secret in the magic or in the meeting. So to act as a general evaluator, we have someone who is by profession a businessman. So I would like to call upon the general evaluator of the today's meeting, Toastmaster. Over to you.
Thank you, TMOD, for the wonderful introduction. Good morning to all once again. I am Toastmaster Karan Parekh. I'll be acting as general evaluator. I'll be looking for the smooth conduct of the meeting, comment upon every role player, and mind you, I am a strict one. And the best part of general evaluator is nobody is there to evaluate you. So that's my magic today. Over to you, TM.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator. Now, friends, let's begin with the first half of prepared speech. Every speech has some certain objective. That's why it is called as the project. The first speaker is going to deliver his speech, and to read out the objective of the speech, I would like to call upon the evaluator, Toastmaster Pradeep. Over to you, Toastmaster Pradeep.
Thank you, TMOD Chandrashekhar. So, good morning, everyone. So, the first speaker, Toastmaster, yes, his profession is a podcaster and by businessman, and from project and pathway writing a speech effectively and effective coaching, he's going to attempt his speech. His speech title is Not So Boring Love Experience. Not so boring. Hello. Yeah, Not So Boring Love Experience. Toastmaster, yes. Not So Boring Love Experience. Toastmaster, yes.
Yeah.
Over to you.
Timer, please don't start the timing. Before starting my speech, I would like to request each one of you to unmute themselves just for a few seconds. I have a quick question for you. So my question is, क्या तुमने कभी किसी से प्यार किया है?
हाँ.
Yes.
किया है? अरे नहीं कर रहा था बॉस, फर्स्ट करना यार. Just kidding, just kidding. Good morning, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. I am Yash Pahadia, and I am here with the purpose of finding an answer to a very important question. What is love? Question mark. We are in a month of love. We are in a month of February where couples celebrate Valentine's Day. And as we are in this month talking about love, I would like to share my not so boring love story with you guys. And later my story, we will find the answer to the question of what is love. So our story has three main characters. The first one is, of course, me. The second one is girl name as M. I will not use her real name. So let's call her M. The third character is D. So three characters, myself, D and M. Now we three were classmates in 11th and 12th standard, and M and D both were best friends, childhood chuddy buddies, and I was close to D, but I was not that close to M. Now after 12th standard, what happened is we went to different cities for pursuing our careers, for pursuing different fields and studies and graduation. D went to Bangalore for her studies. I went to Pune, and M after a few days came to Pune. As I said, I was close to D, so I used to talk to her on phone call, though she was in Bangalore. But as M arrived in Pune, I started hanging out with her on the weekends with some mutual and common friends. Let me describe M. M is the most beautiful girl I have ever seen. She is intelligent, she is smart, she's kind. And as we were hanging out, after a few months, she became a good friend of mine. But what happened, I don't know. And when did it happen? I started getting feelings for her. She became my crush. I thought to myself, it will be not appropriate from my side to describe my feelings to her because it might, affect our friendship. There was a huge risk involved in it. So I kept my mouth shut. But whenever we used to hang out, I used to ask her in an indirect way, like, are you in relationship with someone? If you're not, what kind of boy you're looking for? And she always used to say, no, I'm not looking for any relationship because I'm not, ready for a relationship right now. And it confirmed me that I will never ever ask her or propose her because there is a high chance that she will say no. Now let us come to next year, 2019. In 2019, as I said before, I was in continuous touch with D, a girl from Bangalore, and we used to talk a lot. So now she has become a close friend of mine. Now, what happened is she started developing feelings for me. Now, it's a very complicated situation because I'm a middle of two girls who are childhood best friends. So D started developing feelings for me. I had feelings for M. It's a proper love triangle, no less than a Bollywood story. In 2019, I was so mad for M that I used to wait for a text. I used to wait for a call. Whenever she used to call me, I became so happy, so excited. Yes, she called me. I make excuses to meet her, to spend time with her. I just wanted to, talk to her all day, but she was not interested at all. One day, she called me and told me that, Yash, will you drop me to the railway station, please? I became so happy, so excited that she called me out of everyone. I thought I am the special one. But the reality was, no, her friends were busy. So I was only the free guy who can drop her. How dumb I was back then. So 2019, my feelings were developing. And let's come to 2020. In 2020, D, the girl from Bangalore, confessed her feelings to me. And I was, just blown away with her feelings because I know that it might affect all three of us. So I just said no to her without telling her the reason, obviously. The reason was I was in love with M. So I told no to her, and our friendship chapter was closed there and there. In 2020, lockdown was imposed. In March month, we came to home not knowing what we are looking for in future. So my, dreams of hanging out with my special one M was not fulfilling due to lockdowns. We used to talk on phone calls, we used to talk on chats, but the frequency of talking just decreased drastically. But my feelings were as strong as ever. One day I was watching Zakir Khan's stand-up on Amazon Prime, and he said one line that if you love a girl, if you like a girl, the girl should at least know your feelings, or else someone else will take that girl. And that hit me hard. I just gathered courage, and after a few days, I texted her that M, I like you very much. I have been liking you for almost 2.5 years. Will you be my girlfriend? A proper naive proposal. And you know what was her answer? She said no. My heart was broken. I cried so much. I was like, how can I get over this girl? Because I liked her, I loved her for 2.5 years. What should I do? But still, I was in contact with her. I don't know. But due to my insecurity, we were having fights. And due to these fights, I was fed up. I told her that I need a break from you, indefinite break from you. And after break, let's see what happens. So I was on a break for a few months. In that break, I realized that there is nothing I can do. I can't force her to love me. I can't make her to feel the same way as I feel. So I just thought, let me be her good friend. And in future, let's see what happens. And I was having faith that I will get her one day, definitely. So after break, something miraculous happened. We started talking more frequently, even on video calls at night. I started making her so much laughing. At the end of December 2020, she too started liking me. In January month 2021, next year, we went to Pune for one exam, for one competitive exam. We were having same center, same timing. So our plan was to write the exam and hang out for a day. So we wrote our exam, booked a cab. I was sitting in the cab. She was sitting beside me. I was looking out of the window, thinking about the girl sitting beside me, and something, strange happened. She grabbed my hand. She slept on my shoulder, and we said nothing for half an hour. I just looked out. I smiled. Tears fell out of my eyes because I waited for this girl for almost 3 years, and she's mine now. For 1 year have been completed since I am dating her, and this was my lovely story. Now coming to the initial question, what is love? I don't know, but love is something which can make you cry. Love is something which can make you sad for no reason. Love is something which can make you excited for no reason. Love is something which will test your patience. It will make you wait. And most importantly, love is something which will make you believe that miracles do happen. So keep loving, keep believing. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yash, for such an amazing speech. Now I would give 30 seconds for everyone to give feedback to the speaker one. Timer, just do instruct me once 30 seconds are done. Now our second speaker is going to deliver the speech from a different pathway or from a different project. So to read out the objective of the speech, I would like to call upon the evaluator for the speech, Toastmaster Jay. Over to you, Toastmaster Jay.
Good morning all. Today, speaker Toastmaster Nitin will deliver a speech on introduction to Toastmaster mentoring. There are two purposes. One purpose is to member to clearly define how Toastmaster envision mentoring. Second purpose is he has to share some aspect of a previous experience as a protege. Best of luck, Toastmaster Nitin, and back the control to Toastmaster of the day. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jay. The speech title is My Eternal Mentor, Toastmaster Nitin. Toastmaster Nitin, My Eternal Mentor.
Thank you. Just give me a few seconds to check the audio. Okay. Am I audible?
Yeah.
Am I
Music
audible?
to me.
Mr. Chandrashekhar?
Yes. You are completely audible, Toastmaster.
Am I
Nitin.
audible?
Yes, you are audible, Toastmaster Nitin. Are you able to hear us?
Hello?
Yes, you are.
Yes,
audible,
yes,
sir.
you are.
Hello?
Yes, Toastmaster Nitin, you
Am I
are.
audible?
Yes, you are
Toastmaster.
audible.
You are audible.
Hello?
I believe he has connected a different video.
Hello? Am I audible?
Yes, you are audible.
Hello?
Yes, you are.
Am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Nitin, you are completely audible. I think you have
I was
connected a
using
different.
a microphone, so I thought, I don't know why it is not working. I just plug it in again and just let you know if I'm audible.
Toastmaster
Am
Nitin,
I
you are
audible
completely
now?
audible. Yes. Yes,
Am I
you are
audible?
audible. Yes. Yes.
My speaker is on, by the way. Anyway, I'll use my another headphone. Give me just a few seconds. Just a bit.
Can we have a third speaker instead first?
Yeah, you can take the third speaker. Yeah.
Okay, great. So let me call upon the evaluator for the third speech, Toastmaster Advait. Over to you, Toastmaster Advait.
Thank you, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. I will be evaluating a speech from Dynamic Leadership Level 5, Project 2, Lessons Learned. The purpose of this project is basically the purpose of the, I'm sorry, I just have to read it properly. The purpose of the project is for the member to learn about and apply the skills needed to run a lessons learned meeting during a project or after its completion. And the purpose is for the member to share some aspects of his or her leadership experience and the impact of lessons learned in the meeting. So basically the speaker has to conduct a meeting, conduct a 360-degree evaluation of his or her leadership and learn the lessons through that meeting and tell us those lessons here today. The timing sequence is 5 to 7 minutes. The speaker is a production management professional and who loves watching cricket matches and listening to music. And the name of the speaker is Toastmaster Venkatesh Prabhugaonkar. Good luck and over to you.
Toastmaster Venkatesh, can we have an audio video check, please? Toastmaster Venkatesh?
Am I audible?
Yes, Toastmaster Venkatesh, you are clearly audible. So let me begin.
Toastmaster.
Yeah. Can I introduce with the speech title? Yep.
Sure.
Toastmaster Venkatesh, moral of the story. Moral of the story, Toastmaster Venkatesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the Day, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. People count their experience based on the time they have spent in the company, but I consider my experience based on the learning from the challenges that I have faced in my life. Lessons must be learned. If you don't learn the lessons, then those lessons will be repeated forever. If you don't learn from your past mistakes, then those mistakes will be repeated forever. And today, I'm going to speak about some of the lessons that I have learned while executing one project in my own organization. Presiding officer, Toastmaster of the Day, fellow Toastmaster, and dear guests, very good morning. In fact, it was a bubble assignment given to me in addition to my existing role and responsibility. The project was all about implementing new ERP in the existing ERP in the company acquired businesses. Those company acquired businesses were using their own ERP called JD Edward and WinMap. And you all know the ERP is nothing but enterprise resource planning, is an application used by business to run their business operation. And my company was using SAP as a standard ERP application across the globe. So we decided to start with the US region first. And to do this, the bubble assignment, we decided to hire a couple of contract employees. And I was leading the team of 4 members who were completely new to our organization and the product range that we have. Hence, we decided to arrange a series of training for these employees so that they could able to start with the project. The project duration was of 6 months. Hence, the contract employee hired only for the 6 months. Once we finished the project, these employees started with the task and they could able to finish the task so quickly. And every day they used to update the tracker with the task completion status. Very soon, 6 months passed and they finished their job as per their contractual agreement. They saved entire data on the server, updated the tracker with the task completion, and left the organization. Now, our role was just to extract the data from the existing ERP and hand it over to the US team. And US team was responsible to validate this data and test this data before its mass upload to the new ERP. As usual, the project got delayed by almost 7 to 8 months to go live on the new ERP. And post go live, we encountered several operational issues while executing the customer order. And because of those issues, customer deliveries were getting hampered. So now next was the India region to implement the ERP after the US region. And business nominated myself for this project as a project manager from the business so that I can lead the team and coordinate with the team. So before even to start the project, I arranged one meeting with the US stakeholders who were part of the ERP implementation in the US region. We collected all the feedback from the stakeholders, all the responses, and prepared a response log saying the experience, their lessons learned, and the recommendation. Circulated that response log along my team so that we don't repeat those mistakes again in our implementation or the project in India. Now, some of the recommendation from those people were like evaluate even the task owner before giving the task to them or before allocating the task to them. Because some of the task owners were pretty old and a senior fellows in US who were resisting from day one to this project and saying, we don't want to change the ERP. Second one was the data extracted by the India team has to be validated by US team, which they didn't do properly. The third point was even before starting in the production environment, the data, the operation sequence has to be tested in the quality environment, which they didn't do thoroughly. And the fourth and most important point was because of the delay and pressure from the business, they didn't do the user acceptance test thoroughly. All these major reasons made it a so much mess that the project got failed and several issues came across. Now, with this, it helped us to make a matrix. We all reviewed this, all the responses from the team, analyzed it, and made a matrix law saying that the task, it's major, it's a benchmark to decide go or no go, which helped us to implement the ERP in the India region so smoothly and even before the scheduled time. Moral of the story is lessons will be repeated in life until they are learned. If you don't learn from your past mistake, then those mistakes will be repeated forever. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Venkatesh, for such an amazing speech. I just could relate it with that one amazing quote which I heard a couple of days ago. In school, we are taught the lesson first and then given the exam. And in the life, we are given the exam test first and then we have to learn the lesson. So I would request each and everyone to give feedback to the speaker 3, Toastmaster Venkatesh. I give 30 seconds to do so. You can do that through private chat or with everyone. Now let me continue ahead with the story. The second oldest magic trick was the linking ring magic trick which I found. So does anyone know from which country or which era it belongs to? Any idea? Okay. The linking ring trick is the most famous magic tricks which originated in China. Most of you might have seen it in your school days or maybe somewhere. So let me just play a small video of it. Now the explanation to this trick is really easy. Just put the linking ring inside whenever nobody is looking at it. So if you were able to find out how he did it, that's great. You have great eyes because I don't. Now let's move ahead with the third speaker, Toastmaster Nitin. So Toastmaster Nitin, can we have an audio and video check?
Yeah, it's okay now, Chandrashekhar?
Yeah, you are completely audible and visible.
Okay, good. Sorry about that glitch. I had tested a microphone, but it was fairly well working. Probably I was barking up the wrong tree. Anyway, so thanks for bearing with me. Do you really understand mentoring? What is mentoring? Unless and until you are effectively mentored yourself. The question I asked myself many years back. Good morning, presiding officers, fellow Toastmasters and guests. In 1985, I was 1.5 years into my marriage with a little daughter, cute daughter. One day, I decided to go with my friend, a close friend of mine, with mutual cricketing interest, to go to a place as per our 2 programs and work there together. We were from the same sales profession, but different companies. So, and the next day, early morning, was that much touted Benson Hedges series final with India and Pakistan. So we were excited. So we wrapped up our work quickly and decided to start our way back. Within 2 minutes of starting back, there was a terrible situation that we met. We met with a head-on collision, oncoming truck. My friend was riding his new Chetak scooter. I was riding the Pillion. He died instantaneously on the spot. I escaped with multiple fractures, out of action for 6 months. It turned me into an emotional wreck. It was then that my mentor, who was 20 years my senior, experienced, knowledgeable, supporting and caring to the core, and dependable. I could reach out to him anytime about it. He started mentoring me, counseling me. And he would place various perspectives from here, there, and try to calm me down. I was depressed. He once said, Nitin, don't you think it was a providential escape for you because of the good deeds of your parents? I pondered it and made sense to me. Emerged from it stronger gradually. Today, I'm able to deal with any such kind of situation. That's what a mentor does. A real mentor is supportive, caring, and also helps you reach your goals. I had this situation, I used to address doctors, and doctors complained that I spoke very fast, and those doctors were my district manager's friend. So they complained that they spoke very fast and that interfered with my communication. That was how I spoke back then. So one day he calls me, Nitin, come here, I want to discuss something with you. I said, sir, काय झालं? नाही काय नाही. Yeah. So I go to this place with curiosity and anxiety blended together. So, see, it's been 6 months. You'll not be able to go to that place. You deviate your program every time you come, least a date of visit to that place. And he was so supporting. He shielded me from that charge sheet because the company I worked for was strict disciplinarian. But he was very protective. But then probably he came into the pressure, management pressure. And he said, don't worry. I'll work together with you. We'll go together. So I'm still very panicky about it. I just can't bear to visit that place. I said, don't worry. I'll be with you. And we will not go on scooter. We'll go by the bus. So next day morning, we leave for this place. And as I approach that accident scene, I just close my eyes, clench my fists, even shut my minds until we reach that place. And once we are there, I hear a sigh of relief. A major hurdle overcome. It really made me so strong that today I'm so confident of dealing with such situations. Besides, I had many issues with this situation, the accident and this thing. And then my communication was very fast, as I said. So one day he said, come, let's work this together. So he suggested 2 tips. He said, okay, do one thing. First, let me know why you're nervous. I said, it's a habit. He said, no, there must be some reason. Are you nervous before speaking? I thought about it. I said, yes, probably. I said, let's do one thing. Take deep breaths before you deliver a talk to the doctor. And it seemed to work. Second thing he said, read newspaper with slow pace every morning for 20 minutes. I did that also. It helped me. So this is where coaching comes into play. Coaching is teaching a skill over short term, mentoring is overall, where you need help from mentor or a lot of other things in your life, which is long term. Then, cut to 1997. I have a young, energetic boss whom I inducted into this company 4 years back. A very promising lad. He becomes my district manager. He comes to Kolhapur. We have our first team meetings. My team comprised of 6 people, 5 youngsters, 1 lady. I was the only. We had the first meeting. He didn't look at me, my boss. He didn't even talk to me. I was baffled. I was wondering what happened. He said, Nitin, take this envelope. Don't read it here. Go back home and then read it. So I rushed back home. He could see what it contained. I just tear it off. I started reading the first 2 lines. I was happy when I got promoted, but I was not so happy when I learned about my posting here, because I didn't want to lead you, but I have so much respect for you and so many things. And then at the end, he says, I want you to be a mentor. Our boundaries are clearly drawn. So I started mentoring him because there was a difficult dynamics between him and the other youngsters, same age, jealousy, and all those things. So I mentored my young colleagues as well as him. And from storming team, we turned into a performing team. His respect for me went further. And 4 years back, he appointed me as his life coach or mentor. Great news for me. So when I look back, I see I could derive maximum from my mentorship from my old boss, because I was open to learning, acted upon his feedback. I asked him various questions. I shared my goal with me. I was committed to my goal, and he held me accountable as well. When it came to monthly sales budget, he put his foot down. No, you have to do it. So in retrospect, I think if you are a sincere, lifelong mentee, can you become a sincere, lifelong mentor? Over to you, TM.
Wow, what an amazing speech, Toastmaster Nitin. I am completely spellbound by it. I would request each and every member to give feedback to the speaker. I give 30 seconds to do so. And timer, meanwhile, can you tell me the timing taken by the speakers?
Yash, TM Yash has taken 7 minutes, 30 seconds. He's disqualified, unfortunately. TM Nitin sir has taken 7 minutes, 18 seconds. He is qualified. TM Venkatesh has taken 6 minutes, 53 seconds. He is qualified as.
Thank you so much, timer Dhaval. Zoom Master, Toastmaster Mayur, are we ready with the polls, or should we have it in the later part?
Can we do it in later part? Before
Great.
starting the later part, we can do that.
Great. So before we move on to the break, there is one question which everybody asks me, like, Chandrashekhar, you talk about magic, but why is every time outside of the India? Like, you talk about China, you talk about Egyptian, you talk about US. Why there is no Indian trick? So there is one amazing trick which I was able to witness back in 2005 when I was in school, and that trick was called as the Hindu rope trick or the Indian rope trick, which is world famous. So instead of telling about it, let me show it to you, and just do confirm if you guys are able to see my screen.
You hold it. It is the rope, and you can feel it. Anything inside. No?
Real rope.
Real rope. It is a sailor's rope. Okay.
Yes, it is. Real rope, real hemp.
This is here. एक खाली basket है. ये खाली.
Remember, the traditional trick has the magician chase a boy up the rope. He chops the boy to pieces. They fall to the ground, and he reassembles the parts, bringing him back to life.
इसके अंदर मैंने रख दिया यहाँ पर, और सब अच्छे देखिएगा और सब लोग देखिएगा यहाँ से जादू कैसे होता है, और सब लोग देखिएगा. This is here, and something will happen. निवाल थोड़ी सी फर्जी.
We saw the rope, but we were still hoping the boy would get chopped up and put back together, of course.
ये बच्चा इसके ऊपर चढ़ेगा सीधा ही पकड़ना और चढ़ो ऊपर चढ़ो भाई चढ़ो ऊपर और चढ़ो बस बस So this is the Indian rope trick. बच्चे नीचे आ जाओ और ये आवाज के साथ जाएगा आप देखिए बच्चे गिरा दो इसको
So this is the world famous Indian rope trick or the Hindu rope trick. I believe we are slightly behind the time, so I request everyone, can we have a bio break of 2 to 3 minutes and we will be back at 11:35. Thank you. So let us continue. Zoom Master, can we launch the poll for the best speaker?
Yes, I have launched the poll. Please do cast your vote.
TMOD, I'm not able to vote because I'm the co-host. Whom should I send my vote to?
You can send your vote
Send to me. Yeah, you can send me.
Mayuresh.
You can send to me.
Okay, so I'll be sending it to Santosh.
Yeah.
Thank you.
We have enough voting. I'm ending the poll. Rest who are not able to vote, please send your votes to me in personal chat. Thanks. Chandra, can we have group photograph? I request everyone to turn on their camera so that we can have the group photograph. Toastmaster Advait, Toastmaster Pradeep, Toastmaster Kiansh, Toastmaster Madhumita, Advait. Please turn on your camera. Kiansh, Toastmaster Kiansh, Toastmaster Dolly, Riddle Master Kashma Kunali. I request everyone to please turn on their camera. I'm capturing it now. Yeah, please give a pause. Yeah, thanks. Back to TMOD.
Thank you so much, Zoom Master. Now let's test our ability to think fast and speak impromptu in the table topic session. For conducting the table topic session, we have someone who is by profession a CA and an aspiring entrepreneur. She loves traveling, reading, and working out. Let's welcome Toastmaster Mayuri. Over to you, Toastmaster Mayuri.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. So I'm your table topic master for today. And when I heard about the theme, the first thought that I had in my mind is there is no greater magic than magic of selling. So today, all your table topics, I will give you a product or a service, and you have to make your best attempt to sell it to everyone present here. So you have to pitch your idea about the product or the service, and you have to speak on it for 2 to 3 minutes, or 2 to 3 minutes. So may I request Toastmaster Dolly to take up the first table topic? Toastmaster Dolly, are you there? Okay, I don't think she is answering. So may I request Toastmaster Deepak? Toastmaster Deepak, can you?
We are not able to hear you. You are on spotlight, so you can check your microphone, Toastmaster Deepak.
Hello, am I audible now?
Yep.
Okay. You can give me now.
So be as convincing as you can and be as creative as you can. So today are a gym owner and you have to sell gym subscription.
Okay.
You can take 30 seconds to think if you want, and then you can start.
Okay. I'm taking 20 seconds to think. Okay. Hello there. In today's fast-paced life, you need to have some form of exercise to maintain your physical health. So therefore, in our gym, we provide you the guidance for workout, and also we provide you nutritional benefit. We can tell you. We also provide diet and personal training. In today, we cannot find place to work out. Most places like parks are crowded. Therefore, you need to have a space to exercise well. Therefore, in our gym, we provide you that. You need better physical condition to perform optimally your every task. Therefore, in our gym, we also provide you fitness coaching and also motivate you to for every task. Therefore, that's all. Over to you, table topic master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Deepak, for letting us know the difficulties that we are facing in our life, like lack of space and lack of time to exercise. So let's move to our next table topic contestant, Toastmaster Mayur. Are you ready?
Yes, I'm ready.
So you are a software developer and you have developed a dating app. And today, as your pitch, you have to sell the dating app subscription to everyone.
Thank you. As in today's world, we all feel alone sometimes. So if you have to get away from this loneliness, then you will need someone, the real one. So that's the idea brought us to launch this application. See, this dating app will help you to find someone and to spend your time. So that's what's the idea. So hereby we are launching the application so that it will help all the age groups, whether you are college student, whether you are professional, it will help you. So basically, just what you need to do, you just need to install this application, fill in your details, and you have to use it. It's pretty simple. Anyone can use it. Like we are taking the safety of yours. The data safety is our own most priority. So we are using strongest security in the world to hide your information so that no one can steal you. All the messages will be encrypted. The more security than WhatsApp even. So you can say that you are in safe place. So your contact details will not share with other person. If you found that person, it's there will be all the profiles will be verified one. So you can say that the next person is verified, and if you do believe that this is the person,
like you have to trust, and you find that that is the person which I'm looking for, then you can start dating that person, and this will make your life easier. So I request anyone who is looking for such opportunities, they can just install our application. I'm putting the link of my application in the description. Please do install the application and have fun. Back to the table topic master.
So welcome to Shark Tank Toastmasters, Toastmaster Mayur. I think you started with need and then went on to catering to your actual clients, and then also worked on spoke about execution. So very well job done. I think almost each of us is convinced to dating. So the next person I would like to invite is Toastmaster Mayuresh.
Yeah, hi. Am I audible and visible?
Yes.
Thank you.
So Toastmaster Mayuresh, you have to tell us a 1 week long trip to Goa.
I have already told that trip. But still, I would like to take 20 seconds for preparation. Now, timer, please inform once they are over. Yeah, I'm done. So, can I start?
Yes, you may.
You, yes, you. What are you doing for the past 2 years? Just huddle up in your house because of Corona and nowhere else to go. Now, here, I have a proposition for you. Why don't you go take a week-long trip to Goa? Yes, Goa. You might have gone there as a bachelor. You might have gone there on your honeymoon, or you might have visited there for some reason, for business reasons or etc. And you don't know, and you know why I am telling you Goa, because Goa is not only the ultimate party destination in India, but it also have rich culture, rich heritage which you can explore. It has pristine beaches like the Kalangut beach and the Baga beach, where you can enjoy the water sports. Also, there are multiple temples give the which give to the rich cultural heritage of Goa. You can visit the Saptakoteshwar temple, which was established by Chhatrapati Shivaji Maharaj. You can also visit the various temples like Shanta Durga and the Mangeshi temple. And even if when you are done all of this, there is the one biggest advantage that you have there, which you obviously know, the cheap liquor, the cheap and best quality of liquor which you can get in Goa. After that, if you are still not convinced, then that's your loss. Over to you, table topic master Mayuri.
Thank you, Toastmaster Mayuresh. I think you already know a lot of places in Goa, and we could make out from your table topic speech. So the next person I would like to invite is Toastmaster Jay.
Hello.
So,
Yeah.
Jay, are you ready? So the for you is you are a driving school instructor, and you have to convince the person that why the person to learn or why school for that.
Could you please repeat? Your voice is break.
You are a driving school instructor, and you have to set the package to the person who is coming to learn driving.
Who is comfortable on driving?
You are a driving school instructor, and you have to sell the package.
Okay. Hey, my friends, now I'm literally fed up with this government services and all. Every day I have to wait for the bus for more than 30 minutes, and then bus is completely full. Sometime I was not able to even go there. Is this your problem also same? Now I have the solution for you. You can learn the driving. And let me tell you, government is also providing subsidy on the cars or the vehicles. And if you need my help, definitely I could arrange for you. You have to just do a very small thing. You have to take the enrollment. You have to fill the small amount. And that's it. Then how much you could save? Let me tell you, how much value are you getting from your company in the 30 minutes or in 1 hour? Oh, 2000 rupees in 1 hour. And that you are wasting on the road? Just try to calculate every month. If you add this amount, it's near to 50,000 you are wasting already. And that amount I could save within 5,000 rupees. And that only for 1 month you have to pay. Within 1 month, you will be an expert. And then you could drive. And let me tell you, if you want to take the refund on this one, no problem. Just give too little bit cap pulling with all the friends. And the car pulling will definitely help you. And all the petrols will be paid by them. No need to tell them. And definitely you could save the environment also. And that is completely free because you are already spending 50,000 out of the fighter you are giving to me. 45,000 and without any additional investment. So what are you looking for? Still you are thinking? I don't think so. So, okay, this is the form. Just sign on it. The remaining thing I will fulfill. And I just need your Aadhaar card. No more documents I need. And I will contact to my member who will help you to get a good cheap car also. Thank you. And back to you. Thank you. We will meet tomorrow morning at AM. See you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jay. I think you have mentioned like the timings, the fee, the need, everything. So I definitely think each of us can buy a driving school package from you. So the last person for today, I would like to invite someone from the guest. So guest Anand. Do we have any guest? Akshay, guest Akshay.
Hi Akshay, would you like to? Akshay son, would you like to try table topic?
I think is not available. So someone from Kolhapur Toastmasters Club, Toastmaster Dolly or
Toastmaster
Toastmaster
Jitendra. Jitendra has raised his hand.
Toastmaster Jitendra, would you like?
Yeah. Yes.
So the topic for you is you have started a fast food restaurant and you have to invite us to visit your restaurant.
Okay. I'm audible.
Yes, you're perfectly audible.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. I have started a fast food center recently, and I just love to invite all of you. In our fast food, we have all the dishes. We have continental, we have Indian, we have Chinese, and for special we have Jain food also. And I have to tell you that our veg kitchen and non-veg kitchen is separate, and so if you have if the people are veg and who are unlikely to come to non-veg restaurants, I would say that it is very good as we have a separate veg kitchen. And the other point for the fast food restaurant is the hygiene issue, and we have uh, we we have kept that hygiene issue in our mind, and we have a separate team for cleaning and taking care of hygiene. And other than for the cooking section, we have the cooks who have worked pastly in the famous restaurant and hotel chain like Lee Meridian, Taj Hotel. We have experienced cook, so you will get a delicious food and delicious dishes from our cooks. And we have a service also. We have joined with Zomato and other social media apps, so we can give a delivery to anybody's home. We have a very good service, and we have uh, uh, as a pizza is if it is not delivered in 30 minutes, you don't have to pay the bill. With the in the same era, we have kept, if you give an order and our order is not served until 30 minutes, you also get a free of cost as our service. And just it is a gentle request that you come and give an opportunity to serve you, to so to more happy for your taste buds. Over to you, Mayuri. Toastmaster Mayuri. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jitendra. You won me when you said that you'll have separate kitchen because I being that is all my concern.
Okay. Thank
So now we are at the end of the table topic session. So thank you everyone for participating in Toastmasters Shark Tank. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Table Topic Master, for conducting what and Shark Tank table topic session. Now, I would like to request timer just to let us know that whether all the speakers are qualified for the voting or not.
All the speakers have qualified. TM Deepak, TM Mayush, TM Jay, and TM Jitendra.
Thank you so much. Zoom Master, can we launch the poll now or should we continue it in the later part? Okay, let's launch the poll now. Have we launched the poll? Zoom Master, we are not able to hear you.
Something went wrong. Can you proceed ahead? I will come.
Sure. Now let us begin with the evaluation session. As we all know, feedback is the breakfast of the champions, and our champions need some feedback. So I would first like to call upon the evaluator for the first speaker, Toastmaster Yash. The evaluator is Toastmaster Pradeep. Over to you, Toastmaster Pradeep.
Yeah, good afternoon, everyone. So, a speaker first, Toastmaster, yes. So, he has delivered his speech for not so boring love experience. What a wonderful topic it was chosen by Toastmaster, yes. So, it was relatable to everyone. And as you have started your meeting by asking a question, क्या तुमने कभी किसी से प्यार किया? By saying that itself, we have reminded the late Rishi Kapoor movie Curj. क्या तुमने कभी किसी से प्यार किया? That itself has grabbed all the audience attention in the first itself. And I can say that you are too much confident while delivering your speech. It was very nice, and as it was your own story, so that was flavor to it. And you are too much confident on that. And that story, it was started from 2019 and it has gone up to 2021, and in between this story very nice, like it was plotted and a very nice way of explaining. So as everything was good, so further coming back to the recommendation point of view, I would like to say some recommendation to you for taking your speech to the next level. First of all, during your speech, in some of the time you have used your fingers as a locking position. So when I was giving, when I have given my first speech as an icebreaker, so I was also used the same like in the locking position. So my evaluator has also told me this shows somewhat it's not too much confident, and it was also there in one of the Toastmaster video also I have seen there, it was there. So that in the from the next time you should try to avoid this. And coming to the second point, like your voice modulation, I have seen it was throughout the speech it was flat, so there was no ups and down. In one time, like in 2020 or 2019, you have proposed to your love, your girlfriend, and you have got broken. So there you could have told like I got devastated, I got really broken, like that you would have told. So that would have added some flavor to your own story. And apart from that, in the starting you have used like Hindi language, kya tumne kabhi kisi se pyar kiya. So as you are all from the in Maharashtra, so all the person knows Hindi, but if you are delivering your speech in our southern part of India, it's a Toastmaster club, their person, they don't know Hindi that much. So you would have used the translated one of this one. Have you ever loved someone, like that? So this is all the recommendation point of views, and I would like to conclude that overall it was a very nice speech, and throughout the speech you are too much confident, and it was well plotted between Y, N and D. And whatever that recommendation I have suggested to you, if you will incorporate this recommendation in your next speech, definitely it will take you to the next level. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pradeep, for such an critical evaluation. Now, I would like to call upon our third evaluator first, who is Toastmaster Advait, as we were having the speaking order in that way. Over to you, Toastmaster Advait.
Toastmaster of the day, fellow Toastmasters, and all dear guests, a very good morning, and it's almost going to be afternoon now. So, my target speaker, Toastmaster Venkatesh, you had a really good start. You first had a question, you had that rhetoric, you separated yourself from others and how you went, how other people do things and how you do things. And you place the core lesson and the core message of your speech at the initial part itself. And after that, you went on to describe your speech. There was this one point when you were explaining the enterprise, what an enterprise resource planning is, and you were speaking about SAP and ERP. I was slightly concerned at that point that would you ignore the technical details, would you ignore the audience, but you did not do it. You did take a time out to explain what the ERP is and what it basically does. So that was also taken care of. Another thing which I really liked was that your hands, you were using them, you had, when you were, you were noting something down or you're explaining something, you had a good movement of your hands as well. So I think these were the aspects where you did well in your speech. Now it is time for me to give you some recommendations. Toastmaster Venkatesh, I might be a little critical here, but I noticed that you were constantly moving front and back. And throughout the speech, I'm trying to make out what is the purpose. Why is it that you're constantly moving forward and backwards? And the thing is that if you wish to have this form of movement, then I have two recommendations here. First, also try to move left and right. And instead of just going back and forth after you go to the next sentence, if you're talking about something from the past, or if you're talking about something which someone else told you, maybe you could go behind. If you're speaking about the present and if you're speaking about your own experience, maybe you could come ahead. So this is something which you could implement. My second recommendation would be that the purpose of the speech was the lessons you learned and not the project itself. At some points, I just felt that there is a greater emphasis on the project than on the lessons which you're taking out of it. And had there been a greater emphasis on the lessons, we could have had more lessons than the one core lessons which you shared with us. You definitely shared the evaluation feedback which you received, but that isn't exactly a lesson. To conclude, the best part of your speech was that your initiation and your conclusion were complementary to one another. They were completing the whole story and they were making sense of your entire story. With that, I will hand it over to Toastmaster of the day, and very good luck to you, Toastmaster Venkatesh.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Advait, for such a critical evaluation that you have provided. Now, I would like to call upon Toastmaster Jay to evaluate the second speaker, Toastmaster Nitin. Over to you, Toastmaster Jay.
Thank you, Toastmaster of the day. And thank you to all of the members who are available here. Let's start the evaluation before going deep anywhere else. So the points which I really like about our one of the favorite speakers, Toastmaster Nitin, you started with a question. Do you know the actual meaning of mentorship, mentor-mentee? That forced us to think, and then we hook. Okay, we are having an answer. Let's hear more to understand more about it. Perfect job. Second, in mentor-mentee relationship, the gratitude. Yes, the gratitude is the most important essential ingredients. Without this, there is no use for a fantastic speech because it will have a nothing. First, we have to show the gratitude for our mentors. Yes, you had shown the gratitude to your old boss. You share some example how he helped you. Kudos to you. Third thing which I really like, the personal story. So if someone is speaking about his personal life, then he is speaking from the heart, and that is the originality authenticated. Super joke. Kudos to you. Now, what else I like? You had one question. Why you are nervous? Most of the people are nervous, and that nervous is also a force to join this Toastmaster community. Am I right? Maybe more than 30-40% people came here just because of that. You had given us the solution. Take a deep breath, relax, then start, then pitch it. Read newspaper. One more advice suggestion which you are already using and you share with all of us. Amazing. Now, what got you here would not get you there. Let us start it. There were two purposes. First, you have to showcase about Toastmaster mentoring and some aspects as a protege. Protege is perfect, you fulfill that. But the Toastmaster community, how it helped you, that was missing. You could take your mentor name and then say how what you learned over the period in icebreaker or any example. Second, the voice modulation. You are having different characters. One character said, Nitin, come here, I want to discuss. You could use different tones specifically for you because all the members like you, senior members are really experienced with the voice model with actors. Nitin, come here. I want to discuss with you. Nitin, come here. I want to discuss with you. You could use different voice modules. There were the opportunities. Emotion, personal stories, yes, good. But sometimes if it's a tragic story, then we flow with the emotions to avoid sad story that could help. So personal story, start with a question, great example, shown gratitude, super job. Work on the voice modulation and focus on the object. That's all which I need from you. Thank you, and back the control to Toastmaster of the day.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Jay, for giving such a critical evaluation. Now I would like to ask the timer whether all the evaluators were qualified for the voting.
All the evaluators are qualified. TMJ got lucky for 3 minutes 30 seconds. Exactly.
Thank you so much, timer. Now, with that, I would like to give control back to the general evaluator so that he could proceed with the general evaluation session. Over to you, general evaluator.
Thank you, TMOD. I'll be conducting language evaluators, general evaluators report. Just give me a minute. There's some problem. Yes. So let's begin. First, I would like to invite
language evaluator / grammarian to deliver her language evaluator's report.
Can we have Toastmaster Madhumita on spotlight? Toastmaster Madhumita, are you there?
Yeah, I'm there, but I need five more minutes. Is it okay? Maybe
Okay.
after this. Yeah. Thank you so much.
So can we move on to with the R counters report till then?
Sure.
Okay, fine. So I would like to invite R counter Toastmaster Mohan to please present your report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Karan. Here's my report. To start with, Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Kshama. A round of applause for her, as she has not used any crutch words except 2 long pauses. Guest Adish, during his introduction, has used 4 R's. Guest Deepak used 1 R. Grammarian, during her introduction, I think used 4 R's, 2 so's. Yet her another role is to be counted. Toastmaster Pradeep, evaluator 1, used 2 R's, 2 so's, and used 3 ands. Okay. Then speaker 1, TM Yash, used 6 R's and 3 so's. Evaluator 3, Advait, used twice R's, 2 times R's. Timer, TM Dhaval, used 5 R's. Table topic master TM Mayuru used 6 R's. Toastmaster Deepak, during his table topic, used more than 10 R's and 1 so. Toastmaster Mayur used 5 so. Toastmaster Mayuresh used only 2 repeat words. Toastmaster Jitendra also used more than 10 R's. I would like to appreciate Presiding Officer DTM Minal has not used any extra words. Toastmaster of the day, Chandrashekhar, who has appeared most of the time on the screen, has not used any single word. Even evaluator 2, Toastmaster Jay, appeared twice on the screen, also not used any single crutch words. Speaker 2, TM Nitin, also has not used a single crutch word or any extra words, including long pause or something. Speaker 3, Toastmaster Venkatesh, also have not used any crutch words, but he has used taken few long pause. I want everyone to give a big round of applause to Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Kshama, Presiding Officer DTM Minal, Toastmaster of the Day Chandrashekhar, Evaluator 2 TM Jay, Speaker TM Nitin, and Toastmaster Venkatesh. That's all from my side. Over to you, Toastmaster Karan. Thank you.
Yes. Thank you for that report, Toastmaster Mohan. Now let's move on to the grammarian's report. Toastmaster Madhumita, I request you to please present your report.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Karan. I'll present my screen. Okay. Is my screen visible?
Yes.
Yes.
Thank you. So I have seen people using the word of the day and the phrase of the day. Okay. So here is a list of the person who used it. Thank you so much. there were few words which I really liked out of the speeches that was being imparted by the speakers, like learning from mistakes, acknowledge your mistakes in order to learn from mistakes. In order to learn from mistakes, you have to own up to them. Nice word, emotional wreck. It's a noun. A person who is feeling very sad, confused, or desperate because of something bad that has happened to them. Next is hurdle, overcome. An obstacle or difficulty to be overcome. We normally use it, I normally use it in my daily life. Next is persuasive, good at persuading someone to do or believe something through reasoning or the use of temptation. I mean, you can just convince someone giving good proper reasons why he or she do that task that you are assigning to them. Devastated, destroy or ruin. Thank you. So here is the tip of the day, the grammarian tip of the week. So I and me aren't interchangeable. Normally people make these mistakes. Normally. So I is a pronoun that serves as a subject of a sentence. It's a subject of a sentence. I can give you an example. Matt and I went for a walk. Both I and Matt are subjects of the sentence, while went is the verb. So I is a pronoun, okay? It's serves as a subject. Next, me is also a pronoun, but that serves an object of the sentence. Okay, me is needed when someone else is performing the action. Example, Matt took me for a walk. Matt is a subject here, and me is the object in the sentence. I hope now, from now onwards, we can use this I and me properly. That's all from my side. Thank you so much. Over to you, TM Karan. Yeah.
Without the other. So listening skills are equally important. And as a new member, I have been keenly listening to the entire proceedings, and I have learned a lot from the fellow seasoned Toastmasters. And I hope all of you were all ears and have been listening to the entire session as well, because I have some questions that I have noted down, and I'll be asking those to you. I hope everyone is ready for the questions. Okay, so the first question I have is when our DTM Meenal started the proceedings, she mentioned a number and gave some examples regarding it. Can somebody give me what the number was and a couple of examples that she quoted?
Hello, the number was 5, and the examples she gave were the Pancha Mahabhut and Pandav.
That's correct. The second question I have is our Toastmaster of the day, TM Chandrashekhar, mentioned about a lot of magic tricks. Can someone let me know which were the first and the second magic tricks and where they originated?
The first magic trick was of glass and balls, and it was originated in Egypt.
Yes, you are correct. And can someone tell me which was the second magic trick?
The second magic trick was that of the interconnecting rings, and it was from China.
That's correct again. The second magic trick was about interconnecting rings, and that originated in China. And the third one was the rope trick that originated in India. Moving over to the next question. In our first speaker, that Speaker Yash mentioned his love story. He mentioned about a stand-up comedian, and he told that he mentioned some line which motivated him. So can someone let me know what was the name of that stand-up comedian?
Zakir Khan.
Zakir Khan.
That's correct. I think everyone has been listening keenly to the entire session. So great job. And one important question, TM Nitin mentioned about his nervousness during his initial days, and his mentor suggested him some ways or methods to overcome this nervousness. Anybody would like to take a go at it? What were those 2 methods that TM Nitin has been following?
Yes. So it was first to know why he is nervous, to find out the reason why he is feeling nervous. And second one was to read newspaper every day at a slow pace so that his delivery improves.
Thank you, General Evaluator Karan. First one was taking a deep breath before delivering a speech. And second one, as you mentioned, reading a newspaper slowly for 20 minutes. Thank you. So those were some of the questions I had for the entire session. Over to you, General Evaluator Karan. Thank you.
Thank you, TM Jackson, for those wonderful questions. I hope everyone will be keen from the next meeting. Next, we have one more new role player from our club's perspective. It is Riddle Master, Toastmaster Mayuresh. Over to you.
Thank you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Ketan. So as for the first riddle of the day, I have the following one. I have only one leg. I have only one leg and I can only walk when it is cut. So who am I?
Pencil.
I repeat the riddle. I have only one leg and I can walk only when that leg is cut. Who am I?
Pencil or pen?
Yes, the first one is correct. It's pencil. The second riddle. What can run but never walks? Has a mouth but never talks? Has a head but never weeps? And has a bed but never sleeps? Who am I? What is it?
River.
River. Yeah, that's again right.
I thought it was Tesla. Tesla report.
For the third riddle, it is I go everywhere but stay at the same place. Who am I?
Address.
No, I go everywhere but stay at the same place. Address is not the correct answer.
Myself.
Sorry?
Me. Myself.
No, not again. The correct answer is road. Road goes everywhere but still stays at the same place. And as for the final riddle of the day, what is it that when you get one, you have at least two? What is it that when you get one, you have at least two?
Wife.
Shoes? No, it's not the correct answer.
That's a pair. Shoes? No, you said two. The pair? Pair.
Yeah, yeah. The pair can also be said a correct answer. But what I had in mind was choice. When you have choice, you have at least two, either this or that.
In that case, Nitin's answer was more exciting.
So that's it from the riddle master of the day. Over to you, General Evaluator Toastmaster Karan. Sorry.
Thank you, Riddle Master. I'll be presenting my report. I request timer to please start the timing. Is it too cliche if I say today's meeting was magical? I hope it's not. Let's start with the General Evaluator's report. Sergeant Arms Toastmasters Shama,
She opened the meeting and greeted with enthusiasm and read the club mission properly and also the ground rules of the meeting. A job well done. Only recommendation is the meeting started at 10:32. So from next time we could try to start right on time. Presiding officer opening address by President TMCP Northwest, DTM Minal was spellbounding, and it was the message related theme. Kudos to you as well. Coming to the role of timer, Toastmaster Dhaval, you meticulously kept track of timing, and also where rules were very neatly explained. I'm emphasizing on very neatly here, and you are just spot on. Coming to our counter, Toastmaster Mohan, a very sincere role player as always. You are very active throughout the active listener throughout the meeting, and you noted down hours taken by each and every one of the meeting. So very well, job very well done. Just a recommendation is when you are mentioning who all did not have almost no hours or who were completely flawless, you can just club them together and mention those names together in order to save time. Next up, we have language evaluator Toastmaster Madhumita. I saw something unique today in the way language evaluator shares word of the day and period and phrase of the day. I have seen language evaluators sharing it on PPT before, but today there were a few extra additions to that, like pronunciation, etymology, meaning, and also examples. Also, you emphasize on importance of grammar infused with a pun in the first slide. You also gave some of the people to try out the word of an idiom of the day, and also you use Toastmasters International official PPT template. Many people do forget this, so a job very well done. Also during your report, again the same good qualities, showing a PPTs and explaining it properly, and also offering some tips. So kudos to you. Just a recommendation, you could share word of the day and idiom of the day in the chat box also, so it stays for a longer time with all the participants. We may forget what is word of the day and idiom of the day and may not remember it throughout. So just this recommendation. Coming to the next, that is all the three speech evaluators, namely Toastmaster Pradeep, Toastmaster Advait, and Toastmaster Jay. Amazing evaluation by each and every one of you. All three reports were in the CRC sandwich format, that is commendations, recommendations, and commendations. So no recommendation from my side there. Great going, all three of you. Next up, we have listener role, Toastmaster Jackson. So kudos to you for being a Toastmaster, and this is the first role that you are playing, and you have done a very well job. Your questions were, we could make out from your questions that you were active throughout listening, and you had some pretty tough questions also. So a job done very well. Next up, we have the riddle master, not from Marvel, but from our club, from this joint meeting. Toastmaster Mayuresh, you also had interesting riddles. Riddles is something that I really like a lot, and most of the people thought they would get all riddles. Had some easy ones. So kudos to you. Yes. So overall, I would say this was an interesting meeting. Everyone has done their job very well. Some general recommendations that I would like to offer is the agenda of the meeting could be shared on the chat box also, because not all the members present in the meeting are part of WhatsApp group, so they might not know what the agenda of the meeting is. And secondly, just a normal observation for all of you, that please check your devices and your audio and video connections before meeting. So whenever the meeting starts, you could join at least 15-20 minutes to check those. Okay. So that's all from my side.
And over to you, TMOD Toastmaster Chandrasekhar.
Thank you so much, General Evaluator, for such an crisp and well elaborated report. Now, in the starting, I said it is related to the Toastmaster as well. And the question you might be wondering, yeah, we have seen some tricks, we have seen some magic, but how is it related to the Toastmaster? I want to tell you one amazing speech which I saw. And can you believe you can do a magic trick and still win the world championship? Not just a regular meeting, a world championship. So let me show you that magic trick which was performed at a world championship. Just do let me know if it is audible.
Chandrasekhar, it is not audible. We can see but not listen.
Okay, let me reshare it again. And hopefully now.
Yes, now we can.
You and I are not very different from this flower. Just like this flower is unique, you are unique. All of us have something special that makes us as beautiful. Do you know what makes you special? Now, the answer to that can be a little difficult to find, because sometimes life has a cruel way of picking out your petals, breaking you in two, and throwing you into the trash. I was broken, and I've been broken, lost, and broke many times in my life. But the people in my life were able to reach into the trash can and make me whole again.
Chandra, now you are not audible.
Yeah, thank you so much. I was on mute.
Now
So
you
this
are.
is the world famous speech which we have might have seen, which is I see something in you. Now, how was it a magic trick? If you saw in the starting, he breaks the rose, and in the later part, he brings out a whole rose again. So this trick is just like the movie Prestige. It has an opening act, which is called as the pledge, where the magician shows you something ordinary. And then the second part, which is called as the turn or the presentation. So whole body was the presentation of the. And the last part, which is called as the prestige, where the magician brings back that thing. And that's what this trick was about. So whenever I try to give the speech, I try to follow the same approach. It should have an opening, body, and conclusion, or what we say in the magical world, the prestige. With that, I would like to give control back to the presiding officer of the day to felicitate and for the moments of the glory. Over to you, distinguished Toastmaster Minal.
Can we launch the voting before that?
Oh, yes. Thank you so much, Zoom Master. Can we have the voting for the table topic speaker and all the role players and the evaluator as well?
Yeah, I'm launching the poll for best table topic speaker. Please do cast your vote. If you are not able to vote, please DM your vote in chat to me. We have enough votings. I'm ending the poll for best table topic speaker. Now I'm going to launch the poll for best all the role players, like best evaluator, best auxiliary role player, and best evaluator. So please do cast your vote. You can see 3 polls.
Active listener Jackson is not qualified for this. He has taken 3 minutes 53 seconds.
Okay, as we actually in our club we don't put a time constraint on the role players, so that was the reason. Let's for this time being, let's consider all the role players that they are qualified for the voting. So do cast your vote for them.
Requesting everyone to cast their vote. There are 3 polls in just one poll, so please do scroll out.
Yeah, we have enough voting. I'm ending the poll now.
Thank you so much, Zoom Master. Now, with that, I would like to hand over the control to the presiding officer or the president of the Kolhapur Toastmaster Club for the moments of glory. Over to you, Toastmaster Mayuri.
So Toastmaster Chandrasekhar, I don't have the results as I was not the co-host. So could you request Toastmaster Meenal to announce the award?
Yeah, sure. I think the certificates are being prepared, so maybe we can have some guest feedback if there are any, and then move ahead with the voting. Moments of glory. Determinal, are you there?
Yes, Chandra.
Yeah, please go ahead.
It was I would like to conclude my opinion about the meeting as a triad over. It was an effeminate, ebullient, and energetic meeting. And thanks to both the clubs and the role players for being proactive in every role that they enacted. And special mention to all the players because they entered into the skin of that role. I mean, while just being an audience, it seemed as if that particular role player is meant for doing that role only. And that was the USP of today's meeting. And before we proceed with the moments of the glory, let me have the feedback from the guest. From guest Deepak, we would like to know from you about as to how you felt about the meeting and what would be the changes you would like to see when you will be actively a Toastmaster. Over to you, Deepak.
I'm not able to see guest Deepak in the meeting for a while.
Okay. Then
maybe he has dropped.
Yeah, might be. I'm not able to see the other guest either. Are you able to see from your end, Chandra?
No, Minal ma'am, we are not. So maybe we can just go ahead with the moments of glory for now.
Okay, then we can connect with them offline later. Our VP membership will be doing that job. So, Zoom Master, do we have the results ready?
Yes, we do have. Insia, are you going to announce the results, like sharing the certificates?
Yeah. Okay, I'll do that.
Yeah,
Just a second.
Go ahead.
Yeah. Just a second. Okay. So the best auxiliary. Can you see my screens?
Yes,
yes, we could.
Okay, but can just a second. I think there is some issue. I can't. Just a second.
Yes, Toastmaster Insia, you can edit it and present the screen later.
Yes, I'll just announce it for now.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay. So I'll just start my video. So the best evaluator for today's meeting is, do we have any guesses? Or should I just tell it aloud? Okay, so it is our very own Toastmaster Jay. So yeah, he is the best evaluator, no doubt. And there is a tie. So it's Toastmaster Jay and Toastmaster Advait. Congratulations to both of you. Now let's go to best auxiliary role player. So the best auxiliary role player for today is the grammarian for today, Toastmaster Madhumita. Congratulations. Now, best role player. Do we have any guesses? I think it was pretty clear. So the best role player for today is Toastmaster Chandrashekhar. Congratulations. Now the best speaker is left. So the best speaker for today is no doubt the speech that I enjoyed the most personally. It is Toastmaster Nitin.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you so much. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We will also be providing the first timer award for today. That is to Toastmaster Jackson, who is playing the role for the first time, and I think he's played it efficiently. So congratulations, Toastmaster Jackson. Okay, with this I give the control back to the presiding officers.
Thanks, Toastmaster India. And again, thank you all for this effervescent meeting that will stay with us forever. And we would be looking forward to having many such meetings all together so that we can have our exchange of thought process, exchange of knowledge, and exchange of many other things on the flow. And I would like to specially appreciate the proactiveness of each and every member of the Kolhapur Toastmasters Club, because you're still in your nascent stage, but the energy that you carry would even beat the others upfront altogether. So keep up the momentum, and we are definitely looking forward to your first anniversary as well as the upcoming golden jubilee of your meeting. So best wishes to you from all of us regarding that. And as a presiding officer of TMCP Northwest, I would just like to make a small announcement over here that we will be having our club level contest on 13th March 2022. So you all can pull up your socks, and for the eligibility criteria, you can get back to me, you can get back to the VP Education or even the other senior members of the club. And regarding that, we have a big thing coming that will be announced in our group chat very soon, and it will come to you soon. So buck up, all the best, and we are all there to help you out. Now with this, I would like to transfer the control to the presiding officer of Kolhapur Toastmaster Club, Toastmaster Mayuri, for her 2 cents. Over to you, Mayuri.
Thank you to DTM Meenal. So first of all, I would like to say this is one of the best meetings I have attended since January. And I was glad that today I was not attending it as a presiding officer, but more like a Toastmaster. So I could enjoy part of meeting today. So 5 takeaways from this meeting, I would like to quickly say, is the 2 role players that introduced, active listener and riddle master, because I think it really helped all of us to interact throughout the meeting. I would congratulate that. The second thing I like is the language evaluators enthusiasm. I think we definitely learned how a language evaluator played from Toastmaster Madhumita, and we will definitely implement it in our club. We will announce who had used word and idiom of the day by way of PPT, so that it also saves time, and we'll also explain the meaning and pronunciation the way you did. The third takeaway was when I was a table topic master, I could see that people were messaging me saying, I want to go next, I want to go next. And I have not seen such enthusiasm. In our club, it is mostly like, you go first, then we will take the second spot. So I must say the kind of enthusiasm Toastmaster, your club had, was extremely, I was spellbound to see that people were so interested to take up the stage. The fourth takeaway was polls. The way you had all the 3 polls in one form, I think that is a takeaway today. And lastly, I want to congratulate. One more thing I wanted to add is, I really got to know that there is an award called as First Time Award for someone who's playing a role for the first time. So that is also new learning for our club. So I think that was the main reason that we wanted to collaborate with the older club, so that we have some insights and we can implement those in our club. And lastly, but most important, I want to congratulate Toastmaster Karan, who is VP Education of Kolhapur Toastmaster Club, and Toastmaster Insia, because today we see that the meeting is successful, but the efforts both of them have taken together to make this meeting a success are really appreciable. And I have closely seen how many efforts from PR to meeting role distribution to agenda preparation, because Kolhapur Toastmaster Club usually has a meeting of 1.5 hours, and Toastmaster Club of West has a meeting of 2 hours 15 minutes. So it was really a tug of war to bring both the to complete the meeting in time, to start it on time, to end it on time. So like kudos to you efforts by Toastmaster Insia and Toastmaster Karan. That's it. And I'm really happy I have to give a feedback like a Toastmaster today and not like a presiding officer. Over to you, Toastmaster of the day, Chandrashekhar.
Thank you so much everyone for being the part of today's amazing meeting. With that, I would like to adjourn the meeting, and the room is open for the chit chat or formal or informal conversation. Let me stop the recording.